As within, so without, your higher self has brought this message about. As above, so below. Tap into your own intuition, and deeper into this message we will go. Okay, welcome to this reading. It's going to be your timeless psychic tarot reading. Whenever you find this is exactly when you're meant to, okay? All right, we're going to be pulling Oracle and Tarot. But first, I want to give you the messages I got in the vision in meditation. Okay, so at first, the first thing I saw was a well. All right, and I heard well of sorrow, grief, and loneliness. And I heard the song Cry Me a River, and I heard years of tears. So it's like this well, the water in the well is like your tears, okay? And then I saw a light shining down into the well, which went down really deep and dark, okay? And then a bright light shining through, okay? And this is spirit, okay? And then a rope dropped down. So it's like, and I heard years of tears, okay? So it's like, you know what I'm seeing right now that might help with this analogy is, you know, in Poltergeist, in the movie Poltergeist, okay, Carol Ann goes into the other dimension and she's stuck there, okay, and then the mom is connected to the rope and she goes through the portal and helps pull Carol Ann out the other side to safety. Okay, so like the rope representing spirit ancestors, passed over loved ones, you may actually have a mother on the other side helping you, or somebody close to you on the other side, or like I said, ancestors, spirit guides. Okay, all right, so then okay, so you see this light and you take this rope and it's like you become one with the light and you realize that you are the light. You are the light too. All right. And okay, so I feel like it's like with this analogy with poltergeist, it's like for years you were stuck in this loop, like this other dimension, like the upside down, where everything seemed backwards and hopeless. Okay. Um, all right. And so there was divine intervention. Okay. At some point, I feel like it's been a little while since this happened. You've been ascending, like coming up this rope, you know, symbolizing the ascension, protected. Okay. I'm getting, I got protected, through this spiritual boot camp, this ascension up the rope, okay, by angels, guides, ancestors, spirit, okay. And then I saw an owl and like the eyebrows of the owl. Oh, and here's an owl here too. Okay, well, I knew there was a reason I chose this deck, but it's like the eyebrows were like antenna. They like came over the owl's head. All right. And then it was like coming into this third eye. So I feel like they've helped you with your spiritual clarity and gifts, your third eye opening, and your third eye wisdom. Okay. And then I saw a cheetah like galloping, running really fast. Okay. And I heard fast reflexes and trusting intuition and instincts. It's like during this ascension process, it's like you're getting the messages and then moving quickly on them, like fast reflexes with it. Okay. All right. Also, the number 444 may be significant. Again, you are protected in this ascension. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and get started. And we're going to start with Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards. All the cards we'll be using have been thoroughly shuffled. Okay. All right. Okay. And we have, yeah, right away this came out, autumn. And here's a crow here, which for me symbolizes ancestors. Okay. All right. And it says, release the old and rest. Yes. That was another thing I was going to say, is that you might need, you do need, not you might, you do need a lot of rest right now. Okay. All right. So crows may be significant. Also, we have the symbology of the moon here, crescent moon, leaves. Okay. All right. And then we have broken arrow, embrace the energy of peace. Absolutely. And in that other dimension, in that upside down, there was no peace. And so they are helping you come into peace. So rest and peace. Absolutely. Beautiful. Okay. What else? Let's heard 2 more of these. Okay. 1, 2. Beautiful. Okay. And we have Shield Maiden, make plans and focus. Absolutely. Okay. And so again here with the with this shield of protection. Yes. And then again this crescent moon here. Okay. And that's also your intuition, right? Trusting your intuition and the messages that you're receiving. Okay, and look, you guys, how beautiful. Earth Mother. This is Empress energy, okay? Pachamama, right? Mother Gaia. Feel loved and comforted. Absolutely. Okay, so you're being comforted, loved. You are protected, right? Okay, you're shielded, okay? You are protected to make plans for your future and focus. Right? You don't have to be in fight or flight anymore. Okay. Absolutely. Very loving, grounded energy here. Let's pull these up and we're going to get some from this other Angels and Ancestors deck I have, which is Angels and Ancestors Wisdom. Okay. And yeah, like I was saying, this is absolutely beautiful energy here, being embraced by the earth and by spirit, right? Bringing you that peace, releasing the old, protected. This is beautiful. What else do they need to know, please? Okay, so yes, feel love and comforted. Yeah. Okay, Dancer of the Light, let your inner light shine. Absolutely. Because you're protected, right? Okay, and yeah, oh, I knew that. Crescent moon, look at that, moon guardian. Trust the tides of emotions. Absolutely. And accepting all of your emotions are valid, right? It's just spiritual bypassing, just to push them away or to ignore them. You have to feel them and go through them to process them. Absolutely. And that's what this ascension has been about. It's been helping you with these emotions, right? That we got that years of tears. Yes. And so transmuting that into this beautiful light. Thank you. Okay. And we have absolutely Crystal Messenger. Okay. Enhance your intuition with gems and crystals. Yes. So you may already be called to use gems and crystals and stones. I love them, as you can tell. And if not, try incorporating them. Okay. And beautiful. And again, this third eye here, like we were talking about in the beginning, in the channeling, this third eye activation, your intuition and visions, right? Your spiritual gifts helping you, this divine intervention, right? This ascension is helping you to trust your intuition so you can follow through, right? Because you are the light. You are the light. Beautiful. Okay. Yeah. So third eye, wisdom, activation, opening, wide open, tuned in, tapped in, feeling the peace and rest, feeling the protection and love, right? You are the light. Beautiful. Yeah. And this is one that you scan, but this is like my card for like this third eye opening, right? I see this as like the eye of the universe, right? Like when you realize that that light shining through is you, you're connected, right? It's one thing. We are all one. Yes. Okay. So high emphasis on your intuition, your clairvoyance, right? Clear seeing. Absolutely. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. See, guys, heavenly guide. Yes. And see, this is like, look at this, you guys. This is like being in that well, reaching up, the light coming through, right? Having the help. Wow. Seek answers from the heavens. Yes. And that's what you've been doing. You've been receiving help as you've been going up through this ascension, right? Opening your third eye and creating this stability within you, right? This grounded feeling of being loved and worthiness within you. Absolutely. Because you are the light. Yes, this is a very clear message. Beautiful. Okay, let's go ahead and get some tarot. And I'm using Light Seers Tarot. Okay. What else, please? Okay, yes. Ace of Wands. Again, third eye. Yes. Getting the message and then moving on it, acting on it, right? Like I said in the channeling, right? Ace of Wands. Taking divine guidance and putting it, inspired action is what I'm trying to say. Divinely inspired action. Yes. And here's that light again. You are the light. It's within you. Oh my gosh. Beautiful. Okay. What else? All right. Yes. And again, absolutely protected, right? Protected, encircled in protection. Staying with your spiritual practices, okay? Whatever that looks like to you, what it looks like to somebody else doesn't have to look like that is to you. Whatever that is to you, if it's praying, if it's meditating, if it's journaling, if it's walking, if it's appreciating, whatever, fill in the blank. It could be whatever it is, okay? This is your spiritual divine connection that doesn't even have words. I just heard that. There aren't even words, right? We created words, right? This is beyond words. This connection with spirit. Beautiful. Absolutely protected, loved, guided. And see the light again. See the light shining through her chest. Yes. Beautiful. Okay. All right. And then we have Five of Cups. Look, here's a well. Yeah. And it's like letting those, see how it's almost like that energy of these tears going down like into this like alchemy, right? Like we were talking about alchemizing the pain into your beautiful light, your authenticity, right? And like here's that well where they're all going down, right? Beautiful. And, you know, she's got this beautiful cup over here, right? It's like she's going to go ahead and let the tears spill, right? She's going to let these spill because they're her authentic self. She's feeling those. She's going to let herself feel them and go in here to be alchemized, right? And she has this beautiful cup here of her, what she has alchemized, right? This beautiful cup of love and connection with spirit and guides and angels and joy and happiness. She has that, and she's willing to fully accept herself and feel these emotions to be alchemized and drained away. I just see this as like drained away, right? Absolutely. And look, you're up here now, right? She's outside. She's not down here anymore, right? She's come up through it. Like we were saying, yes, thank you. Like we were saying earlier, there's the only way out, right, is through it. Yes. Okay. All right. And this one flipped over too. And we have 8 of Swords. Okay. Yeah. Coming out of a mental prison where you saw yourself in an illusion, right? This is like being down in the well of sorrow, grief, loneliness, right? Lost, confused, okay? And it's like, see how, like, okay, if we turn this over, see how, like, these crows, we were talking about how that's like ancestors, okay? And it's almost like, I don't see it right now as it binding you. I see it as them like helping pull you up and out, right? Helping pull these off of you, these binds, these constraints, these illusions, right? So you can see yourself clearly, your beautiful self, inside and out, body, mind, and spirit. Your soul is beautiful, right? And you're ascending up out of that well of grief and sorrow into the beautiful sunshine and light, right? Because you are that. Yes. Okay. All right, let's get one more from the tarot. Please. One more, please. Okay, yeah. 9 of Swords, right? It's like they're helping you carry all of this away, right? Yeah. And see here how there's this white bird here too, this like bird of light, right? Spirit helping you with this anxiety, this sadness, grief, sorrow, right? Pulling you up and out. Yes. Okay. Yes. And opening up that third eye and your intuition, right? Your light, your oneness with the universe, right? Absolutely. So you can see yourself clearly. Yes. So you can see yourself clearly and take inspired action. Yes. For your life, for your dreams. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to close this message out with one from the Ancient Stones Oracle. And then we're going to, I'm going to read it out of the book. Okay. What's their final message, please, Spirit? We need to know. Okay. Yes. Okay. And we have the cave. And it says, retreat, time out, self-care, slow down. Yes. Right. And through this ascension process, you have learned to where your priorities are, right? In taking care of yourself. And that doesn't just mean like you take a bubble bath, right? That means you take care of your emotions. You let yourself feel your true emotions, right? If something hurt you, you don't try to deny it, right? You're sitting here trying to go through this, right? With the help of your passed over loved ones, ancestors, spirit, angels, right? To heal. Absolutely. Now let's read it out of the book. Okay. And we have the cave. All right. Okay. And it says, caves have been used as spaces of contemplation and introspection throughout human history. They're seen as a symbol for creating within the heart. Through retreating to the cave and being in solitude, the initiate can reconnect with their truest self. Yes. Hence that, at times of isolation and ascension. Yes. Okay. And they can find through removing themselves from the business of their everyday life, they can find their truest path. Through removing themselves from the noise around them, they can hear their truest inner voice. When we aren't resourced energetically, we can find ourselves getting triggered easily and causing conflict or uneasiness within or around us. The cave card is an invitation to take a moment away from the noise and monotony of your everyday life, to slow down and reconnect with yourself and the wisdom within. It's believed that in times past, the holy ones and mystics would spend their days meditating in caves. Although in our modern world, that's rarely possible. Perhaps in this timeline, we're not meant to stay in the cave. However, it's important to find ways to remove ourselves from the hustle and bustle every day and every now and then. If we give ourselves windows of retreat, we'll likely find it easier to stay connected to the wise one within. If we practice self-care, we may find it easier to care for others. Absolutely. And the soul inquiry is, how can you create some space in your life to slow down, reflect, and go in? Can you find just a little window of quiet so that you can regulate and resource yourself and truly tune in? Absolutely. And this is what you have been doing through this process, and you continue to do, because you are following that divine guidance and taking inspired action to rest when you need to rest, right? And go when you need to go, right? Taking it slow and easy and accepting all of your emotions and self as being whole and beautiful and the light. Okay. All right. This has been a beautiful reading. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you, guides, angels, ancestors. Thank you for liking, subscribing, commenting. I appreciate you. I love you. And until next time, peace.